Hello and welcome to Crux Investor. We caught up earlier today with Roque, CEO of Cassiar Gold, talk about some drill results. And if you want our thoughts on the conversation, their plans for next year and the company itself, you can find that at cruxinvestor.com/club. You can also find detailed company reports on their commentary from experts from around the world on a variety of companies and commodities. There are training videos on there. There's also summaries of other interviews that we've done just to save you a bit of time. And of course, there's our thriving community of investors sharing their thoughts and ideas with each other in a nice, safe environment. So do go and join them at cruxinvestor.com/club. Of course, we'd love your feedback too. So do give us a like, leave your comments below. And if you want to see what we talked about, take a look in the description. Marco, how you doing, sir?
I'm great. What about you, Matthew?
I'm all good. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I wish I could say I was winding down. I'm not, but very much looking forward to having the family here and all the delights that Christmas brings. And where are you?
I'm in Portugal right now, also seeing the family.
Ah, fantastic! You've hopped over the pond. Yeah, it's actually not a bad place to be. Kind of nice, temperate climate this time of year. What, 15, 20 degrees, that sort of level?
Yeah, more like 15 right now, but yeah, I can't complain.
I'd take that. Hey, well, look, we've seen some press releases. You got some nice drill results come out. That's why we called you. But before we get into that, remind everyone of your story. Give us a 1-minute overview.
Absolutely. So I guess over, if we get back to the early in the year, the company was, a little bit in a bad shape. Not getting a lot of traction with the market. It's underloved and under-recognized story. Fast forward to July, I joined as a CEO, really with the goal to turn around the company and get to work in the very, very exciting land package that we have. So we drilled 5,000 meters this summer. Very exciting drill results. It confirmed our best expectations that we had for the deposit. We see it growing. We keep it expanding the bulk tonnage, and right now we are already thinking about what's coming next, which is the high grade drilling in Q2 at the South Cassiar, just 5-10 kilometers south from our bulk tonnage resource.
Okay, thanks for that. Okay, so just remind us, because when we spoke last, which is only about a month ago, all right, you had two options laid out in front of you. You could. In fact, there's some internal debate as to which of the two options you went with, right? So just remind people about what those options were, and hopefully off the back of what you're seeing today, maybe you've got a clearer view about how you move forward. Yeah,
for sure. No, like the debate that we were having on last call was very much, what should be the main focus, and that's very clearly and undoubtedly South Cassiar, the high grade. So that's where we have the historical production and the infrastructure that came along with being a brownfield project that we have in our property. But it's the kind of the debate that we had at the time was, me and you was, okay, we have a bulk tonnage resource. It's over 1 million ounces. It's open in multiple directions. It's growing, and the results are showing that it's still open. The debate was, should we keep on growing the bulk tonnage 1.5 gram per ton and see how far it goes? Our internal target earlier this year was trying to get it to 2 million ounces. Not necessarily with this drill campaign, but generally as a potential for the bulk tonnage open pitable deposits. I think we're starting to see that that target might be a little bit short. We internally, I think in the discussion with the technical team is we might get it to 1.5 million with the drilling we've completed this season. So that's quite significant, and the potential. Might be bigger than the 2 million. We might be getting to a bigger number. On the other hand, we have the high grade, 15 to 25 gram per ton material. It's well understood because there was historical production there. We have a foundational historical resource that is not part of the FAR 3101. It's less than 100,000 ounces, but is the foundation to build that high grade, and that will be the focus for the drilling next year. So we'll start drilling there in Q2, and that's very much the focus. That hasn't changed. But with the very positive results that we had this season, there is something to be said about continuing to grow that easy win, that bulk tonnage. We're getting closer to 1.5 million. Can we start thinking about 2 million in the short term? There is a case to be said to continue to grow those easy wins without losing sight of what is the big prize, which is a million ounce target prospect at South Cassiar, which is very high grade, 15 to 25 gram per ton material, and that's definitely the focus. The question is, can we, kind of sequester a slither of our, drilling meters to continue to grow the easy win of growing our bulk tonnage even bigger.
It's an interesting debate to be having internally, and it's a nice optionality to have in terms of where you could go. In a kind of declining precious metal market, which in the last couple of months we have been, prices have dropped off. You've got to have a view about what next year looks like, because again, if you had more money, you could probably do work and continue to develop both projects. But high grade numbers gets the market excited, so sentiment changes, and that's what gets attention. But it doesn't necessarily equate to the best solution technically or financially. So I can see why the debate is still going on. So what are your expectations for next year with the cash you've got? You raised $6 million about whenever that was back in November. But in November. So are you going to have enough cash to actually give yourself that optionality?
Yeah, for sure. We're fully financed for next year. We don't plan to go back to the market until we have very exciting results, which we will. We definitely have room for both. It's just a question how we slice the cake, there's the it's more we'll definitely. And without a doubt, the focus will be the high grade, and we're not, it is more risky in a way because it's higher grade, and you have, the veins are 2 to 3 meters thick, which are not that thin. On the bulk tonnage, you have grade everywhere, so you'll hit, or you're very, very high confident that you'll hit. On the high grade, there's a little bit of more risk, but it's 15 to 25 gram per ton material, and these systems can be massive. I think definitely the weight is very, very heavily towards the high grade drilling. But the only question is, in taking into consideration the results that we found here, and thinking very strategically about what can we do with the drilling at the bulk tonnage. There's some easy wins that we might just want to take.
Yeah, that's what strikes me about this project. There are some easy wins on the bulk tonnage, because you're talking about orogenic gold. It's fairly homogeneous. It's going to be, wherever you go, it's going to be roughly the same grade. But you're an ex-capital markets guy, okay? So if someone's coming to you and talking about a 2 million ounce versus a 1 million ounce, obviously you're a lot more interested. But are they interested enough to actually do something? And are you looking for partners, or has the team you put together been put together because you think that you can get this into significant development stage or production stage?
No, there's a lot of questions there. I think I'm very happy with the team that we have to start with. I think we've put together a really world-class team of people that know very well what they're doing, I honestly don't want to rush a development scenario, especially when the outlook of the company can change very dramatically, because we have a substantial amount of drilling next year at South Cassiar, which is very high grade. Right now we're looking at 1 million ounces at 1.5 grams per ton. In Q1, with a resource update, we might be looking something closer to 1.5 million, depending on, we need to go through the exercise and see exactly what we get. And we'll also see probably a substantial part of the resource getting upgraded in terms of level of confidence. That will change the company's outlook. If we can add, a substantial amount of high grade, the development scenarios start changing very quickly, because imagine that we have a scenario where you have 1 million or 2 million ounces that is 15, 25 gram per ton material. That obviously, if you want to develop and put into production, you want to process the high grade first. So it's I don't want to overcommit myself to a specific development scenario, because we are growing our resource base as we speak, and next year the company can be completely different, and I think that that's very exciting. And I think investors that understand the potential are very excited. And we've brought a really good set of investors over the last 6 months that really understand that potential, and they're waiting patiently to see what's coming from South Cassiar as well, because they know that's the prize. That's the real prize. It's great to have 1 to 2 million ounces bulk tonnage. It's I can't stress enough how amazing that is, because it might sound like it's not much, but it's 1 million or 2 ounces. It's open pitable. It's really good, but 1 or 2 million ounces at 20 or 25 gram per ton, that's even more exciting.
It is. But question sent in actually is like, do you rush to do a PEA on the 1.5 or 2 million, or do you just keep drilling? Where do you spend your money?
I think, given the level of confidence that our technical team, and we're not talking about no-name geologists, people that are extremely experienced and successful, are very excited about the prospectivity of our property. I think without a doubt we need to prioritize that, and I'm very excited to see the potential of changing completely the nature of this company. And again, if we do then a PEA on a much larger, having a much larger high grade resource than the bulk tonnage, economics are probably already quite positive as we speak, but they'll become even more attractive at that point.
Okay, so just to be clear, so at the moment you want to retain control. There's no thought or conversation around bringing in a strategic partner with a bigger balance sheet at the moment.
That's a good question. We're definitely exploring those angles. I think we have a shareholder base that really understands the potential of what we have, and we're not afraid to go out and speak with some major companies, because we believe in our project. It's a solid project as we speak. So I think there's no harm in initiating those dialogues. I think I think also in the next 2-3 months you probably won't see that much M&A. I think the M&A will start from the top, from the mergers of equals, and then we'll start to see the M&A trickling down to the smaller deposits. So we're starting that work, initiate those conversations, and we are open to several scenarios, but we're not going to be selling ourselves short. That's for sure.
Okay. And talking of new beginnings, in the previous incarnation, the company was quite poor and talking to the market and telling them what was going on. Are we going to expect to see you on a more regular basis? Absolutely.
That's definitely one of the focus. It is true. We identified that as a shortcoming in a company, and we definitely want to correct that. And that's also why we're here. And I'm looking forward to speaking more often with you and keeping the market abreast of what we're doing. And we'll definitely see more of myself, and also actually the rest of the team as well.
Beautiful. Okay. We'll definitely take you up on that offer. Thank you very much. And we can expect to see more drill results coming out soon, assays, etc. We'll pick up the phone and let us know when they come through.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Matthew, for having me here. I'll just like to ask all our listeners and viewers to, especially the people that have known the company from before. This is a new company. There's a new team involved. There's a new plan, a new strategy, and if you pay attention to what's been happening in the last 6 months, you can see clearly things are clearly starting to accelerate. So keep an eye on what we're doing. We're definitely want to be here more often, and I'm really looking forward. I really can't wait to start drilling next season in Q2, the high grade at Table Mountain. So do stay tuned, and thank you all for watching us, and thank you, Matthew, for having me.